Good morning, guys, and welcome to Yakety May. So, question of curiosity for y'all. Would you rather catch one fish at 20 plus inches, or would you rather catch five fish at 12 inches? This is a question I found asking myself when I was on my last outing, catching zero fish at 0 inches. And then that question led to another question, and led to another question. And before you know it, I found myself playing a game of would you rather. And so I'm going to share some of those would you rather scenarios with you all today and see what you would do and see what you would choose. I'm going to put all of the questions in the comments so you don't have to remember as you're going through here. But I can tell you that my answer to question number one is I'd rather catch five fish at 12 inches. Just more fun, just more action. It is nice to catch that big one. I'm not saying I don't like that, but in a case of would you rather, I'm going to take the five fish at 12 inches. What would you do? The second question is going to be kind of along the same lines as the first one, but different. Would you rather have your personal best size or your personal best quantity on your next fishing trip? Again, for me, it's going to be about quantity. I think my personal best size was 22 inches. It would be cool to catch one bigger than that. But my personal best quantity was 13, and man, that day was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'd like to beat my personal best quantity. That's what I would rather do. So staying with size on the subject matter for the third question, would you rather catch a short but fat and heavy fish or a long, slender, lighter fish? So for me, I'd rather catch the longer, lighter fish. Being a kayak fisherman, doing a lot of CPR tournaments, length is everything that matters. And I heard an argument against weighing in fish. A lot of bass die from tournaments where they have to be weighed in, and the argument was talking about the kind of antiquated notion of weighing fish, and the one thing that I heard that actually made a lot of sense to me is that if you catch a fish, say in March pre-spawn, and she's big, she's fat, she's heavy, she's full of eggs, you can catch that exact same fish 6 months later. She's going to be lighter, but she's going to be longer, same exact fish. And so I thought that argument was really good for going to a CPR format as opposed to weighing in fish. But anyway, that's just on a little bit of a side note. Because I fish from a kayak and it's all about length, I'd rather have the longer, more slender fish. So the next question, guys, as I'm pulling my toad through all of this thick grass, would you rather fish in heavy grass or would you rather fish in heavy timber? For me, I'd rather fish in timber. Grass is fine. I tend to bring a lot of it back with me, regardless of what type of lure that I'm throwing. And I've just had better luck fishing out of timber. To me, it's really cool to throw a jig up next to a laydown or whatever, and then watch that line take off running. So for me, I'd rather fish in heavy timber over heavy grass. Question that's relevant to the season that we're in for sure. Would you rather fish in the hot sun or the pouring rain? Neither one of those two situations are ideal for sure, but I think for me, I'd rather fish in the pouring rain. It's not comfortable, it's not fun, but I think I'd rather fish in the pouring rain than to fish in the hot sun. Your body will eventually become acclimated to the rain, provided it's not January. Of course, you're not going to have a hot sun in January anyway. So I'd rather fish in the pouring rain. Again, neither one of them are comfortable, but hey, this is a game where you got to choose one. So would you rather fish in crystal clear water or muddy and murky water? I personally have never fished in crystal clear water. I've seen videos of people doing it. Man, that looks tough. Now, fishing in muddy water is tough as well. But man, the way you have to stay away from the fish, the way you have to stay back off the fish in that crystal clear water just looks quite challenging to me. And your presentation really matters. Your line really matters. And I'm not good enough to have all those things really matter. So I think having to choose between the two, I would choose the muddy and murky water. And that's kind of what I'm used to, having never fished crystal clear water. All right, y'all, you can only have one. For the rest of your fishing journey, you can only have one. Is it going to be a spinning combo or a bait cast combo? Without a doubt, for me, is going to be a bait cast combo. I hate spinning combos. I absolutely hate spinning reels. So it's going to be a bait cast combo for me, no doubt. I can make the cast that I need to make, and the way the bait casters are anymore, as good as they are, you can throw the light lures, you can do your finesse fishing with a bait caster. So for me, that's an easy one. So would you rather fish freshwater or saltwater? It's freshwater all the way for me. And I live really close to the Gulf of Mexico, could go saltwater fishing anytime I want, and I have absolutely no desire to do so. And I think a lot of that is just having been born and raised in the Midwest. Freshwater is really all that I know. And of a certain age, I don't have the desire or the time to learn new styles of fishing or whole new things and have to have whole new gear and all that kind of stuff. So saltwater just doesn't interest me at all. I'm a freshwater guy through and through. Would you rather fish in the spring or fish in the fall? For me, I'd rather fish in the fall. First of all, you're just coming out of the blazing hot summer, so the cooler temperatures feel so good. And then the springtime, man, you're just dealing with a lot of high water all the time, front after front coming through. Now, I know a lot of times prior to the spawn that the fishing can be supposedly, I've not experienced this anyway. Well, I take that back. I guess this past February, I had a really good day. But I tend to find the fishing to be better in the fall, or at least I have better luck, or maybe it takes me all season long just to figure out what I'm doing. I don't know, but I'd prefer to fish in the fall over the spring. So let's say you're going to luck up and catch a state record bass. Would you rather it be a largemouth or a smallmouth? So even though I've only caught maybe 3 or 4 smallmouth ever, and they're not all that prevalent in this area that I'm in now, I would say smallmouth. Those smallmouth that I caught, man, they were fun. You want to talk about a strong swimming fish. And then, with largemouth, there's so many of them that get like stocked in farm ponds and so on and so forth. And so your state record is probably not going to hold up very long. And not only that, but a state record, say, in Ohio isn't going to be nearly as impressive as, say, a state record in Florida. So it kind of matters on where you're at. Now, look, catching a state record and having your name in the books is cool no matter what. But I think I'd rather go with a smallmouth, even though I've only caught like 3 or 4 of them ever. All right, y'all. Would you rather catch nothing, or would you rather catch just one fish but not your target species? That may seem like a no-brainer, right? Because you get to take the skunk off the board. You get to say, I at least caught something. But for me, like, I'm bass fishing. So if I catch a bowfin or a pickerel, I'm going to be upset. I think officially I get to claim that it's that I didn't skunk. But for me, if I don't catch my target fish, which is always bass, then I am going to feel the skunk anyway. And so, question, would you rather just not get anything or get one fish and it not be your target? I'm all right. How you doing, man?
Good. You have any luck?
Nah, I just missed one right over in that brush pile a minute ago, but other than that, no.
You got your fish license on you?
I do. How you not remember this sweet rig?
Well, I was trying to remember if I talked to you. I was thinking, you got more stuff on here now, don't you?
I do, actually, yeah.
Yeah, because didn't you just get it
I
last
did,
time?
yep.
Yeah, you're fine.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember you. And,
Yeah.
I was thinking that was you. I just wasn't real sure.
Yeah, you're right. I've accessorized it, but yeah, I had just got it last time we talked.
Yeah, my man, you have a good day.
Thanks, you too, brother. Well, you guys, that's 3 skunks in a row. Holy cow. That brings us to the last question of this video. Would you rather watch someone catch fish or watch a grown man cry because he cannot? I hope you said the latter, because that's what you're getting. Man, it was a tough day. Fluke, jig, tube, toad. I spent about the first hour and a half throwing a rage toad. Got pretty good at skipping that thing. Couldn't get bit on it though, so what difference does it make? But I did get some practice in today, and I guess that matters. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Do me a favor, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. By all means, participate. Leave me some answers down there in the comment section. I sure would appreciate that. And look, no matter what you've got going on, I hope you'll always take some time to get outside and play.